Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase, and it is Friday. So today we're gonna be doing not a free Friday actually. We're gonna actually be doing a quick showcase of a pretty fruitful thrift store hunt that did after work on my way home. Um, Stopped at the a little bit more poached. Thrift store where they actually have normally, a good amount of diecast grab bags, and managed to actually probably be very well timed because they had a lot of stuff, So I've got some really cool pieces to show you. Some are kind of average slash bland or whatnot. Not all are in the best condition, but yeah, we'll go through them and check them out. See exactly what I came up with. So let's start off with a couple of a little bit less desirable castings in my eyes, at least. Picked up quite a few vintage majorettes. I'll start with a couple that I managed to pick up. First one we're going to check out is this really cool C1. This would be probably 58 or 59. Since it does not have the cam tail, it still has the longitudinal, the vertical rear lights. You can see, missing piece of the chrome bumper here, as well as the two corners right here. It is definitely a 58 and higher because there's double headlights, whereas the 56, 57 actually had the single round headlights. So pretty cool with the hard top, dark blue. It's the majorette 6 spokes from the era, and white interior. Use your base if ever curious. So we've got a 1/58 scale majorette 58 Corvette. Yeah, okay, not bad. Okay, I got it almost on the dot there. Good. Didn't really check these out, basically. I just got these out of the bag, went through the ones that I'm actually keeping. So this one's going to be kind of like a little junkyard prop, I guess, because it is damaged. Another one that unfortunately is damaged because it's a casting I'd really like to have in mint or close to mint condition is this police liveried Jaguar XJ6 from the late 80s. Very short stint of the quad round lights being replaced with rectangular ones in the late 80s, early 90s. So that didn't last too long, specific to the XJ6 model at the time, let's say late 80s. Whereas the XJ12 actually did retain the older pre-facelift body style with the round lights. So this is a unfortunately damaged one because not only is it missing an A-pillar on the driver's side, well, in this case because this Jag is a left-hand drive, but also if you look at the passenger side, the base is a little bit tweaked. You can probably see it here where the bumper should rest, and it's not quite resting properly. Yeah, base is a little bit warped. It is a metal base. There's no made in made in France, sorry, but it is a metal base. And this one is a 1/65th scale. So yeah, pretty cool. Got the suspension, opening doors, and that's gonna go onto my pile of junk police cars, which actually I do have a pile of junk police cars. Part of a future diorama project. A couple of Hot Wheels that I picked up that are, they're cool, but these ones specifically are not like wow. First and foremost, this is a casting. I didn't have the custom Ford Transit van Hot Wheels. This one has the Pizza Express livery, as you can see. It's got the small OH5s in black with the yellow lip. It's pretty mint. Suspension in the rear is not perfect. The axle is a little bit tweaked, but that's pretty much the only thing that would be wrong with this cast. I mean, there's not even a flea bite on it. Tampos are perfect, Well, top isn't perfect, actually. There's a little bit of rubbage there, but overall, I mean, it's super clean. Here's your base. You can see Hot Wheels, no scale. However, this is a 2014 cast license date. And yeah, that's something Major Ed does not do, but the license here. Other one that I may or may not keep, because I don't know if I actually have this one on card, but I have this little Bronco 3-door with the mud splatter. I believe this is the third colorway of this casting. Came out, I believe, 2 years ago. Let's see if I'm right. 2 years ago, maybe. 2020, so 2021. 3 years ago, actually, already. Wow. So yeah, I do have the first release in blue of this cast with the white details. And I think I had this one, but I sold it as part of a lot. Now I got it loose, which is cool. If that's the case, if ever I have it, if ever I still have it on card, well, the carded one's gonna go to the for sale for trade bag. So it's not a really big loss. So. Oh yeah, by the way, we're going to be looking at a lot of cars just to show you. This is all this stuff that's going to go to the for sale for trade bags. Got probably a dozen in here, including that huge Majorette tractor with the steerable wheels that steer with the lights. There's a couple of small plastic pieces missing, otherwise I would keep this, but yeah, so there you go. Probably a dozen castings in there, and probably about 8 or 10 that are now in my daughter's stash, the plastic ones, and you know, the ones that are in good nick there. Yeah, so basically next kind of weirdish Hot Wheels that we're going to be checking out is, I thought this was a fantasy cast on the get-go, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? You know, I'm probably going to sell it or something. But then I saw the rear end. Yeah, so this is a tuned Ferrari 360 Modena, and it is part of the X-Racers series. So clear body, metal base, and obviously you can see the intruded flame, the Hot Wheels flame, showing that it's a chrome interior. I mean, on an X-Racer like this, obviously, well, you can kind of see that. Really cool to see the engine as well. So yeah, basically, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I am going to hold on to it for now, because I find it's kind of cool. So Hot Wheels Ferrari, you can't go wrong, right? Even if it's one like this, it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, only Matchbox I actually picked up. Kind of weird, because normally Matchbox I do end up having a few there, but in these kind of hauls. But yeah, only one Matchbox. Probably the most exciting car ever produced, the Toyota Prius. Wow, the ride share. Taxi livery. This one I do believe I have inside a 5-pack. There's a little speck here. I didn't clean this up as usual, right? So these are as found. So yeah, I think I do have this one in a multi-pack, a 5-pack, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, you never have too many taxi cabs. It's kind of like police cars, ambulances, fire trucks. You know, you can just build fleets of them, basically. So yeah, it's a good casting, though, from... I might actually just have this carded as a single. If I do, I'm going to get rid of it, that's for sure. I'm going to keep this loose one. But either way, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to dig a little bit. But yeah, that, I believe, was both available in single and multi-packs. So now we're going to check out... got a couple of Maisto castings, actually, that we're going to check out. Oh my god, sorry about that. Just dropped one. Guess we'll start with that one. So yeah, this one is a... Volvo XC90, first gen Volvo XC90. Definitely horrible wheel fitment on those less than desirable 5-spoke wheels from Maisto. Even if they're not very good looking, they're some of the nicer looking fresh metal line wheels. Got the dual sunroof, blacked out windows because there's no interior. This one's got a few flea bites, and it does have details front and rear, as you can see. And this is the V8 model. Yes, I used to have a 2008 Volvo S80 with this V8 all-wheel drive. So same powertrain, but in a car instead of an SUV. Glorious sound once you open up the exhaust a little bit. 4.4 liter engine, built by Yamaha. And yeah, pretty cool little cast. I do have another version of this from another die-cast manufacturer. It kind of escapes me for now, but yeah, either way, cool. Volvo. Can't go wrong with the Volvo. And speaking of more Maistos, This casting I had not managed to find, be it single, loose, carded, or anything, but look at this. A Chevy van, cargo van. It's like a, I guess, early 2000s type of van. It's written, it's a 2500 or 3500? 3500, so with the heavy duty chassis. It's kind of like slammed on multi-spoke wheels, which is kind of funny, but yeah, it's a cool casting. It's a nice prop for backdrops when you're doing diorama setups and things like that. And as you can see, there's details front and rear. Again, blacked out windows, no interior, but you know, it's pretty good Chevy Express cast. Just needs new wheels, honestly, and it would look great. So, so it's got a model year. It's a 2000. So yeah, late 90s, early 2000s. I was pretty on point with that. Another Maisto cast that I managed to pick up is this XJ220. I do have one of these in silver, but it's not super mint. Now I have this one in yellow, and it's absolutely mint. So again, same features. We won't go over everything. This one has the badging, but no rear lights. Then again, the rear lights are normally hidden. This is normally black in the back here, the grills here, and it kind of hides the rear lights anyways. No details on the front. It's nice, the slightest little chip on the lip here, but besides that, it's pretty much perfect. Definitely not as good proportionally as either the Matchbox or Hot Wheels version of the XJ220, but you know, still a cool piece. So happy to add that to the collection. What to show you next? I think I have another Maisto here. Yeah, I do have another Maisto. Actually, we'll jump into somewhat of a theme for the next couple cars. So the last Maisto I actually picked up is this new Beetle convertible. Very chunky front wheel arches. But as for the rest, it's pretty well done. Commendable effort on the steering wheel. It is a little bit chipped up and whatnot there, but I mean, I don't have a new Beetle convertible of this generation. The only Beetle of this generation I actually have is a 1/32 scale pullback of the Beetle RSI with the 3.2 liter VR6 out of the R32 and whatnot there. But this is my first quasi 1/64 scale of a Beetle of this generation. You know, not the best, but it's interesting. Never seen this cast before, so it's cool to study it a little bit. And speaking of new Beetles, here's casting number 2 of the new Beetle, but this time a coupe, and it is by Welly. Much better executed. I do like those 6-spoke Welly wheels with just the slightest amount of dish, just to make them just a bit concave. Interiors pretty similar, slightly more precise detailing. It's pretty good condition, not a whole lot of damage. Definitely the tampos are better throughout. There you go, nice little comparo. Here's your base. There you go. You even got tread on those plastic tires too, eh? Plastic, right? Yeah, hard plastic tires, but they have tread, so it's a nice little touch. So yeah, the infamous green apple Beetle. There you go. Scale-wise, they match pretty well together. And the last Beetle that I got is actually probably the biggest surprise in this whole lot. I'm pretty happy about this. This is casting I didn't have. Here's your classic Beetle. And this is from Greenlight. But I get the feeling this was maybe from their Motor World series, because this specific Greenlight has a plastic base. It's kind of light, but we know it's true 164. And yeah, nice two-tone blue with the blue steelies and dog dish caps. All the details are there. There's no license plate though, but that's okay. And it's intact. It is intact. Slight, I think there's a slight blue tint to the windows, or is there? Kind of looks like there is, but I'm not sure. It may just be an offset from the blue seats. It's actually got 2 mirrors, which is kind of funny because normally these Beetles came with only one. But yeah, pretty cool. So like probably late 60s spec Beetle. If I look at the details here, the lights are not a little bit larger than the original, but not the largest like the last of the you know, late 70s spec Beetles. It's got the larger rear window as opposed to the little oval or the split. And yeah, it's got the bumpers with the little bumperettes on it, so that obviously is for something that became popular in the 60s for crash regulations. So, and all the chrome, the bright work, the chrome trim is done all over. So this is a really cool piece. I'm very happy to get that. Let's push this over a little bit just to get everything centered. All right, did manage to find another welly. I mean, wellies in Canada, they're not very common. I'm pretty sure it's the same for the States. Now this one's a little bit battered, but it's in pretty nicely executed casting. We're talking about the 2003 Viper 2nd Gen SRT10. Definitely the paint's eaten up. This is ripe for a repaint. It's got those same wheels that I like that are on the Beetle with the tread. Got your base here. Very nice casting. Gloss red for the most part, with some Zamacking going on. Nice steering wheel. Nicely done seats with the stereo in the middle of the 2 seats, which is definitely in line with what you would get with one of these cars. So very cool. Put it right over here. Let's see, what's next? How about we jump into some Hot Wheels here? Because I did manage to find a bunch of cool Hot Wheels. Oh, actually, I have a last Maisto, but we'll keep that one for later because it's part of another little theme that we're going to check out. Yeah, let's check out some Hot Wheels. First Hot Wheels we're going to check out. I'm going to get it out of the way because it's kind of huge and obvious on my lineup here. I had bought one Bigfoot when they got the kind of like the branded ones from Hot Wheels with all the automotive brands on there. So I had picked up the big old Ford F-Series pickup in the Bilstein livery. Well, funnily enough, look what popped up in one of these grab bags. Same exact casting, but with like the Bigfoot kind of like splatter type, very busy livery with the big Hot Wheels logo under the Bigfoot. I do like the fact that the engines are in silver on this one, with the orange suspension, roll bar bits and whatnot there. And the wheels are very nice. Same model wheels I have on the other one, except instead of being red line tires, they're black walls. And you've got the bead lock in anodized blue, the white Krager style huge wheels. Of course, suspension moves around a whole bunch, which is great. And yeah, there you go. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one, honestly. I don't know. I might keep it, might get rid of it, because these are very big, you know. They're kind of hard to display. So yeah, there's that. I guess we'll continue on with the Hot Wheels while we're at it. So we have a few cool Hot Wheels that I'm going to check out with you. First one that caught my attention, and I did not have this casting before, is this really cool 37 Ford Woody. Not in the best condition. There's some missing paint on the white portion of the metal part of this of the body of this cast. You still got pretty intact tribal designs on the roof. You've got the orange copper staggered 5 spokes, staggered diameter. Got the wood grain pattern on this plastic portion of there's the roof cabin and everything like that, and you got a metal base underneath. 37 Ford, there you go. Very cool cast. I do like this cast, and it'll look great. Oh boy, I just don't want these cars to fall off the table, but we'll leave them as is. Next up, we do have Purple Passion. So, based on the 49 Merc. This is, look, this cast needs no introduction. It's a plastic chrome base. Not sure which series this is out of or whatnot, but I mean, it's got some cool tribal designs, pinstriping, kind of tribal pinstriping, I guess. Yeah, clear windows, nice metallic red paint. It's a little bit dirty, but they'll polish off nicely. Got the side pipes going on, nice tan interior with the bucket seats in front, and that nice menacing grill on front, which kind of emulates the Buick grills of the time, which was a popular retrofit for hot rodders in the 60s. So that works. So that's cool. I don't think I have a loose. I don't think I had a loose 1/64th one of those. Only a 1/87th Hot Wheel from way back when. Those things are worth dollars now. Either way, I digress. We have next a couple Chevys, couple Hot Wheels Chevys. Found this really cool colorway of the C6 Corvette, the Z06. I think this is a Z06, right? Not even written on the base, but I'm pretty sure this is a Z06 because it doesn't have the ZR1's little plexiglass see-through supercharger peephole. Got really dark tinted windows, black interior. You can see through there. It's got the PR5s with the chrome lip, black spokes. Kind of a nice looking livery, and I do like this nice metallic deep teal color. It's got the front light tampos, no rears because of the side livery, but it does have the little side markers on the back. I guess those are the side markers, I'm pretty sure. Its placement seems to indicate that. Too bad they didn't do the ones on the front, but that's kind of like more like a front tampo, and this one has a top pass and two sides. So unfortunately that's missing, but that's pretty easy to add. So but yeah, it's one of my favorite generations of Corvette, and in this specific spec, the Z06 with the LS7 NA 500 plus horsepower manual 6-speed, you know, just, and front engine rear drive. So, you know, classic, you know, the last of the really classically built Corvettes in a sportier trim, like a track trim, I guess, since the C7s were supercharged in higher trims. Let's see. Yeah, continue on, I guess, with the Hot Wheels. Managed to find this really cool 57 Chevy. A little bit of chrome missing on the wheels, but the body is pretty close to immaculate. Tampo works all there. You got the big Hot Wheels on those sorry about that, itchy nose. On the rear, what are these called again? I guess wings. I don't know, fender wings or whatever I don't remember what they're called. Yeah, so pretty straightforward livery. You know, you got the Go Faster yellow stripes with the Chevy bow tie kind of inserted into the front of there. Hot Wheels logo, as mentioned, some flames, red with the yellow detailing. Classic setup for this type of casting. Definitely not very close to realistic, but, you know, does have an interior. Some of these do not. They have blacked out windows. Because, I mean, these came out as McDonald's cars and all kinds of other different... yeah, so that'll be a cool addition. I do have one of those loose, but I don't mind having another one. Heavy hitter for the Hot Wheels main lines if we're talking about domestics. Another one that I did not have, and I'm not sure out of what this is, but I got the 83 square body Silverado. And this nice orange pearl with black flames and big OH5s in black with the gold lip. It's not perfect. It's got a little flea bite here and there. Example on the corner here. But overall, it's in super good condition. And I mean, who's going to say no to a square body that pretty much comes up to in cost to, like, I don't know, 75 cents or something like that? I mean, it's really nice. Chrome base. Sorry about that. There you go. 83 Chevy Silverado, my birth year. So, love that. Love that. All right. Let's finish off the Hot Wheels since I have a couple more to show you. Only Euro Hot Wheels that I picked up is one that I'm really happy to pick up because I was actually looking to get this one new. Is this old school Audi Avis. This is from the Blue Card era with the Ultra Hot Wheels, detailed top. Well, top details. Some type of fluff stuck inside the car, which is pretty hilarious. Just get that out of visibility. So you've got the Zamac body with red interior, which is pretty much the spec of the original prototype that came out in the early 90s. 91 or 92, the Avis came out. It's got the Quattro all-wheel drive system, mid-engined V8. Here's your base. Avis Quattro, 1992 licensing, so I'm assuming it probably came out in 1992. Hot Wheels was quick to get this cast on way once the prototype was shown. So I believe it was shown as at the Geneva Auto Show in Switzerland. Let's see next. You're gonna have to allow me a quick second. This one kind of has a little piece of something, some type of, I don't know what it is, but there's something stuck in the front grille. Please be patient. I'll put this in focus so you have something to look at. I'm going to just take out my little multi-tool. I'm going to get this extracted out. Geez, guys, I'm really sorry for this really boring wait here, but I just got to get this out because it's going to bug me. I got a multi-tool here that has about 16 different tools. I'm pretty sure one of these will permit me to extract this little piece of I don't know what that's stuck in the front grille of this next cast that I'm fairly happy to pick up. Almost got it, almost got it. So close. Oh yeah, there you go, I got it. All right, back to your regularly scheduled showcase. All right, so yeah, that casting that I just slightly cleaned up a bit, despite me, is a Z34 370Z Hot Wheels. Not in the best condition, but it's a clean one with no livery, front tampos, or what's left of them at least. At least it's straight. It's got the semi-chrome PR5s now, and this will be a cool little customization project. Pretty clean cast. It's pretty close to 1/64th as well, which is commendable. Nice metallic blue. A couple other JDMs. Let's go a little bit more old school, and I'm really happy to finally have an exemplar of this cast, even if it's not in the best condition. Good old Lexus SC400 or Toyota Soar. Finally, I got a Hot Wheels version of this cast. It's definitely not the best or most accurate, but it is a classic. Yeah, gold. Used to be some tampos all over, I guess. Now it's almost no tampos, which is great. I'm not complaining. Missing paint on the lights, which is great. I'm not complaining. The rest of the bumper, not so great. But hey, you know what? Still a good looking car. Let's see, 92 licensing. This model was released in Japan in 91. And here in 92 in North America. So Soar in 91, and then the SC Lexus in 92. All right, then we found this, and by the way, if anybody knows which this is out of, if it was a standalone or part of a multi-pack or something, I got this version of the STI hatch. Chrome interior, white pearl paint, and you got this little orange and green livery with the silver sponsorships. And I mean, you got the Tyne, you've got the Sparko, got all kinds of really cool. What is this one? What is this? Kilpin. I don't know what Kilpin is. and Leeway. So mostly real sponsors, a couple fake ones, but or fantasy sponsors, I guess. Not perfect either. It's got a couple little flea bites, but overall really clean cast. And I do love the livery on this. Looks really good. I have a few of these in different liveries, so there you go. I get the feeling this probably is out of a multi-pack, honestly. I'm not sure. Last Hot Wheels that we're going to be looking at, and sorry this is taking so long, but it was a pretty good haul, honestly. This mint condition, purple liveried NSX, Acura NSX race car. I always find this casting really funny because it's an Acura, but it's a right-hand drive. It's got all the JGTC appenditures, and literally it's mint. Literally, nice purple paint. I actually saw another grab bag with exactly the same one. The other cars weren't as interesting, and it wasn't mint like this one, so I didn't need two of them, right? I've already got one super battered one that's that I've had for a long time, a mystery model that I got from a big box store, and now I got this one. All of them loose. It's kind of funny. All right, so yeah, this is definitely a cool casting that I like. I thought this was a fairly rare, well, not rare casting, but like a casting that wasn't used a whole lot, and I discovered there's a ton of different color variations of this cast. So now we're gonna finish up fairly quickly with a few other pieces. That last Maisto that I picked up. This is the second one of these I pick up, and this is in a cleaner livery than the first one. But I got this little tiny Maisto JDM cab over engine truck with the wood stake bed. It's a little bit deformed on the rear here, but not a biggie. And I've got this one also in yellow, and I like this because it's not a licensed cast, but it's right-hand drive, and it definitely looks like something you'd see in Japan, right? Like in rural Japan or something like that. And yeah, here's your base. There's not a whole lot of details on there, but it's pretty heavy. It's well done. It's well proportioned. Ooh, a little flea bite there that I didn't notice, but that's not a big deal. Just put a blotch of red on there. Not going to be color matched, but it's going to be better than just bare metal. Yeah, and I mean, I've got this in yellow, but it has kind of like some groovy graphics on the side, which make it look a little bit more toyish. This one is nice, just clean. I'll probably detail this one out since, again, great prop for a diorama. There we go. Put this one here. And I want to follow this up with a real JDM. Yeah, a real JDM casting. A nice Tomica Toyota Hiace, the old classic Hiace with the ANA airline livery. Funnily enough, some previous owner decided to put a couple Pokemon stickers on there. So you got a Mewtwo on this side, Pikachu on that side. I'm actually going to leave them there because I find it just super funny. And yeah, it's vintage Tomica. 1/68 scale Toyota Hiace, as you can see. Very cool. Metal base, metal body. Obviously, the airport appendature is plastic. And the infamous 5 spokes with some suspension travel. I mean, this must be like from 80s or 90s. I don't think it's from the 70s, but 80s or 90s, I'm assuming. So that's very, very cool. And we'll follow it up with another Tomica. This little Isuzu, what do they call this? The Isuzu High Decker Bus. This is in 1/145th scale. 88 copyright, plastic base, and it's the Japan airline livery, so kind of have a theme going on there. So this is a much smaller scale. You can see the transition of the design of the 5 spokes, not exactly the same, so this one would be the older one, obviously, out of the two. But yeah, look at that. You got even the Isuzu badge on the front that's embossed into the cast. It's a cool little piece, honestly. I really like these little curios, so that's really cool. A couple of other oddities that actually ended up here. One that I find really, really nice is this Realtoy Mercedes-Benz CLK Coupe in blue with the gray interior, which is definitely was a very popular colorway for cars in the 2000s. Not so much anymore, the gray interiors. They tried to make a comeback a few years ago, but people just don't go for the gray interiors. But yeah, look at this really nice casting. So this would be a CLK 320 from what I can see on the badge on the back. Got the Mercedes license plate. Sorry about that. A little bit of a rotation there. Yeah, and I mean these Realtoys, they're really rugged. They feel really heavy despite them being plastic base. 1/59th scale. The wheels are, you know, very generic, but they're not ugly per se. And they do such good tampo work. I mean, this is not a little sticker. It's all tampoed and it's really fine. It's really well done. Just your common, regular, day-to-day CLK coupe. Well, obviously CLK is always a coupe. Either way, it's really nice. I really, really like these. And it's cool because I have the C-Class sedan of the same vintage as well. Although it's a slightly smaller scale. Speaking of scales, look at this larger scale piece that I managed to pick up. I managed to pick up this Siku first new gen Dodge Charger in the New York taxi livery with the pizza publicity on the top that renders the large sunroof inoperable. As usual with Siku, got some lensed front lights, got some lensed rear lights. This one's got quite a few flea bites, but I mean it's a New York taxi, so that's to be expected. And what's cool is that you can figure out exactly what trim it is simply by flipping it around. I'm looking at the specs that these come with. So it's got 190 PS, which is about 190 horsepower, give or take there, which indicates this would be, unfortunately, oh, and it's a 6-cylinder, which unfortunately would mean that it is a 2.7 liter V6, the very base model. It's definitely not the most desirable spec, but hey, for a taxi, it kind of works. Only 180 kilometer top speed, which is not very fast. But yeah, so Chrysler Group LLC 2009. It's an older one, but it's cool. It's got the rubber tires, those 5-spoke wheels. They kind of look like Dodger wheels. Unfortunately, it probably was left in the sun because the tires, as you can see, are kind of dry rotting a little bit. So I'll have to check. I'll probably flip those around basically and just put the dry rotted part in the inside of the cast. If the tires, I manage to remove them, because these are 2-piece wheels. They've got a back face and a front face. I don't want to break those or make them impossible to put back together. So we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want it to look mint because, hey, it's a New York taxi. It's kind of normal it's not mint. So, and now we will finish off with not necessarily my top 5, but just like 5 cars that I'm really happy to add that are all, you know, that all go together basically. So we'll start with number 5. We have, these are all old school majorettes, by the way. We have first and foremost the Audi Sport Quattro. It's kind of funny because I picked up pretty recently the Hot Wheels newly released version. Here's the Matchbox one, the majorette one. So it's definitely not as proportionally accurate, but it is metal on metal. It is made in France. It's a 1/58th scale. And it's got opening doors. It's also got a big blob of white stuff here, but that should be easy to remove. So yeah, here's your interior, pretty well done. There's air going through, going in between the spokes of the steering wheel. It's got the 6 spokes that no longer have their chrome finish, and this one feels a little bit loose basically. It's had some play time, and it does have some play wear, as you can see. But it's got the fantastic majorette suspension that still works pretty good. So that's definitely something I'm happy to add to the collection. Oh, here, we'll make this one a little bit more visible. So this one will go here. Then I managed to pick up also a number 4. And I'm putting this in number 4 just because I already have another variation of this cast that I managed to pick up not too long ago. the infamous V6 Firebird with the Trans Am front bumper. Opening hood with a beautiful red engine that also lends itself to the beautiful red interior. Tampos of praying mantis, which is kind of weird, but Majorette had some weird tampo work in those years. Single exhaust, definitely shows it's a V6, probably a 3.4, as this is a pre-facelift model that went to the 3.8 afterwards. And there you go, Pontiac Firebird 1/63rd scale in silver with the twist 5 spokes instead of the 8 dot wheels that I have on the yellow version that is part of the collection. Fortunately, this one, the hood does not stay open by itself, so it's kind of a shame, but at the same time, the condition of the car is pretty close to mint, except for the tampo work. And I mean, honestly, I feel like it would look better without any tampo work at all, so it's on its way there. You know, a little bit more rub and it should be gone. So there you go, Firebird. Let's tilt these slightly because we've got 3 more to go, promise, almost done. One casting that I'm really happy to pick up because I have the newer version of the casting in several colors is this really cool Renault 5 Turbo. Mid-engine, Group B, late 70s, early 80s. Actually more early 80s, 1980 to be precise. Rally car. It's got the red paint. It's somewhat a little bit missing. It's got the yellow windows which lends themselves to the yellow lights, which is something that was very popular in France at this era in the late 70s and all the way up to the mid to late 80s. It's got a middle part that's yellow, part of the base, lends itself to the bumpers as well as these little side skirts. Can't really see the engine in the back, but you do see the big turbo embossed in the rear window here, which is great. You know, all the vents, the wide bodies there. You got the 6-spoke wheels, same as were on the Audi Quattro. Same suspension again. No opening features on this one though. And the newer version does have the opening hatch, part of the vintage line. And I do have a couple variations of those, so it's cool to have the OG one as part of the collection. Second to last runner-up for favorite cast that I picked up is this very good condition. Nice golden bronze Jeep here. Very nice. Again, metal base, made in France, and look at this shiny base here. The nice Jeep Cherokee in 1/64th scale, which is kind of cool. And it's not even tarnished. Paint's almost all there. Slight little tiny pieces missing on the edges, but it's very complete, very clean, very nice, and I did not have this one in the collection. It's got the license plate in the back. Tailgate is plastic and opens to reveal Fido here begging for a treat. Very cool. Got the doggy bed in there too. I mean, how awesome is this thing? Seriously. Very cool. Very heavy metal on metal. Suspension again. You know, I love these old Majorettes. They're so cool. And the last piece, and my favorite find of the haul, this beautiful, minty fresh, 100% complete Porsche 924. And this is a very vintage piece. Literally, I think the only flea bite on here are these 2 tiny little dots on the front. Now, I'm a big Porsche fan, as a lot of diecast collectors and car enthusiasts in general are. And 924s just have not been done a whole lot. I mean, even Hot Wheels did this model, but unlicensed, basically. Got the Porsche stripe, the tri-spoke wheels, the classic Majorette tri-spoke wheels. You've got the opening rear hatch. My first full-time job in the automotive industry, one of the salespeople at the dealership I worked had one of these as a project car, a rolling project basically, in brown, and he had the 924 turbo lace wheels on there. Brown on brown, very cool, very slow, but very cool. And now I have this beautiful one to add to the collection. I'm extremely happy about this. Definitely my favorite find of this haul. And here is your base. 1/60th scale, made in France, just like we want. Awesome stuff. So let me know what you thought of this haul. Do apologize again for the length of the video, but look, I mean, when you hit gold, you hit gold, right? So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for allowing me to fill up this table for you. Comment which of these pieces you like, which ones you have, which ones you like more info on, and of course, best of luck on your hunts. Stay safe out there. I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Till then, bye-bye.